lot of people here tonight.
Yes, a lot of people here tonight, but the most important man in the building is right here on the desk. On 12 News at 5, we're joined by Luis Gonzalez, Lita Washington, Mark Curtis here with you. We're getting you ready for D-backs and Dodgers right here on 12 News. First pitch is at 6:40. Yeah, a lot of Dodger blue already in the building, Gonzo.
Big game tonight. Right, Mark?
Listen, anytime you can beat the Dodgers, and you guys have played well against them this year at 5-5.
Yeah.
You swept them in July. Not too shabby. Not many teams go into Dodger Stadium and sweep the Dodgers.
And just like before every big game, it all starts with the first pitch. And then when you go out there, you hope that the guy throws a good first pitch, and then you get ready to go. And then if he throws a good one, you know it's going to be a good day.
They set the tone, right?
Exactly, absolutely.
And what if he doesn't?
Well, then you try to forget about it. You block it out of your mind.
Memory.
That's right.
Yes, it's about how you respond.
Hey, listen, whatever clown you have out there throwing that first pitch, I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that.
The odds are jumping right outside here at the Caesars Sportsbook. I don't know what's going on over there, but
I love this reunion because as a girl who grew up in the Valley, watching Mark Curtis cover your World Series team, first I have to ask you, Gonzo, what do you remember of Mark Curtis in the clubhouse?
A lot of fun times. I mean, it was the beginning of a new organization here. Obviously, he was a big name in the Valley with all the other teams that were going on. And then, to come here to this organization, the second year in existence, because really that 01 team, 99 and all that, we were all newcomers. We weren't part of the original team. I think Matt Williams, Jay Bell, maybe a couple other guys were part of that team. But it was awesome because we were very wrapped up in the community, and at the same time the media and everybody, we were all family. It was so much fun to be around. Our guys were practical jokers. These guys were all great people, and they made it fun to come to the ballpark every day.
Junior Spivey was on with us earlier tonight, and I asked him, was there a player, when you walked in that clubhouse, which was like a who's who of baseball, was it intimidating? He goes, not really. He goes, because I was trying to make a name for myself and show these guys that I belonged. And then he came back to me after the interview, and he said, there was one guy that I was intimidated by, in awe of. Not intimidated by, but in awe of.
Starstruck.
And I said, yeah, starstruck. And I said, who was it? He goes, Luis Gonzalez. And I said, Gonzo's the most easygoing guy in the world. Why is that? He goes, because of his process, about the way he went about his work. And he taught me how to be a professional baseball player. That's high praise.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. He was a great player. I think the most important thing for our guys is we had a lot of big-name guys on the team, but we all checked our ego at the door. We were all a family, and there was a different guy every night, it seemed like, whatever we had to do, if it was pitching or hitting or defense, whatever it had to be to win that game. I think we knew early that we had a special team.
Yeah.
We just were hoping that we could get over that hump and get us into postseason play. And we knew if we got into postseason and got into playoffs, anything could happen.
Because he said during spring training that year, I said, when did you know that the team was special? And he said, well, we knew it during spring training.
Oh, yeah. When you have a team that, when you go on the road and there's 20 guys out of the 25 or 26 that go to dinner together, hang out together, go to the hotel bar, we're all in there just like a big family, having a good time. And then when we get in the locker room, it's business. It's all about preparing ourselves, getting ready for the game, and then going out there and trying to find a way to solve the puzzle to win that ball game that particular night.
And as we celebrate 25 years since that World Series championship, we're honoring 25 years of heroes with the campaign. Raffle tickets are on sale now. The truck that can be won by one of our fabulous viewers is on the rotunda right now. What can you tell us about this campaign and what it means for the D-backs to be involved in it?
Well, they got a chance to win a truck or a Mach 3 Mustang. Ooh. They have their option, whichever one. The Diamondbacks have partnered up with GovX. So you're supposed to say like GovX,
yes.
But it's an exciting time for us. $50 to get into the raffle. dbacks.com/heroes. You go in there. All the proceeds are going to go right back into the community, into our first responders, all the leaders in our community, all the heroes.
Yes.
Not the athletes. I'm talking about the real heroes that go out there when we're running away from harm and fires and things like that. They're the ones that do it, our military, our first responders, everybody. And the D-backs have always been a big part of the community and being very much involved. Derek Hall, Ken Kendrick, all our front leadership guys have kind of filter that down to all the employees, all the players, and everybody. So it's all about giving back, and we enjoy doing it in the community.
And going back real fast to 2001, BB was probably the right guy in that clubhouse at that time. You feel the same way about Torrey? It seems to me like he and Brenly have a lot in common.
Yeah, they're very good at knowing their personnel. Every player's different. Every personality is different. You got to have that on a team. If everybody's the same, then it's just going to be a vanilla type team. But I think Torrey does a good job of knowing what buttons he could punch in on certain guys, and BB was the same way. I think once those guys, they know their personnel, they know what they have, and they know who they got to be a little bit more stern with, who they got to take it easy with. And once you figure that out as a manager and your coaches, I think you're going to be okay.
Thanks a lot, Gonzo. The mayor of Chase Field. Get your D-backs raffle tickets at dbacks.com/heroes. Thanks a lot, Gonzo.
You got it. Thanks,
we got
guys.
more 12 News at 5 coming up right after this.